My name is Karl Deutsch. I am a graphic designer, and this segment is on how to create a flyer. So in InDesign, I'm just going to hit Command N for a new document, and I'm going to bring my margins down to, let's just do a 1/4 inch. I'm not going to do any bleeds on this because it's going to be sort of a lower budget flyer, I guess. Bleeds cost a little bit more. So there's your 8.5 by 11 document. So for a 1-up flyer, all you really need to consider is keep in mind these margins. If you go outside those margins, there's a chance that that may get cut off when you're printing. Also, if you're going to be photocopying a lot of these, you kind of want that as sort of a little bit of a margin just in case your paper shifts a little bit on the screen when you're making photocopies. So definitely keep that in mind when you're designing your flyer. If it's something you want to have with a bleed and you need to send it to a printer to have them trim off the bleed, you would go up here to your document setup under your file menu, click on more options, and that's where you set up your bleed. So you generally want to do at least 1/8 of an inch bleed, so 0.125 inches on all 4 sides. So that's how you'd set up the bleed. So now, to show you how to do 4 up on a sheet, let's see, if you have 8.5 by 11, the 11 inches is the tall dimension. You click in your ruler here, you click and drag, and you'll drag out guides. And as you're dragging guides, you'll see in the upper left-hand corner of your screen the X and Y coordinates. You'd take basically half of 11, which would be 5.5. So you kind of get it close. You have the guide selected, and you can punch in 5.5 inches. So that's exactly the vertical center of your page. Do the same thing here, but instead of at 5.5, you would do 4.25. So now you have your page cut up into 4 equal segments. And within this, you have at least that much space to work with. But now keep in mind, if you run this right up to the edge, these are going to butt up against each other. Let's copy that. You see how they're right up against each other. So you want to give yourself a little bit of space. So I would back these off a little bit. And start with designing just one. Get this space designed and get the flyer exactly how you want it. And then select all the elements. Hold down your Option key and drag, and it copies it over there. Or you can do the copy paste, which is Command C, Command V on a Mac. Or edit, copy, oops, let me get that back. And then edit, paste. So now you have 4 documents on one sheet. This is a great time-saving way to save time and money if you're printing just several thousand of these or several dozen. It's up to you. My name is Karl Deutsch. I'm a graphic designer, and that segment was on how to create a good flyer.